Oficina un tufo.
Y balas, y anillo, y los, y cadena, taman song and headband.
O henton ulu.
Again. And now, dikiki rosai, donklu rosai.
Guyan.
Tiu goes to the place of a pratica now.
Hafade.
Hafade,
What's your name?
Luca. I'm Moriah. Xander.
Hatsinanmu.
Inan husi Guinaiya.
Inaanhu si Senor James. Sumanunay sumasagaho.
Sumasaga zogi zo daddy do.
Sumasagazo giza luta poku lo tautoaganya haitsu. Do you know what I do? No?
You weave. You're a weaver?
What gave you that idea?
The baskets and the hats.
Do you know anything about weaving?
That you can make stuff. It was in Chamorro culture and you use coconut leaves. You can make hats and baskets or like flowers and mats.
Ko untung put mamfuk?
Tea golf.
Hafasinya un tufo. Hafa na klase en cosas.
Y balas. Y anillo.
Este na klase en elitzo?
Hay ocho.
Ocho. ¿Quieren ni hagonitzo?
Hagonitzo.
Okay.
Y los. Y cadena. Taman song and headband.
O henton ulu?
Again. And now, dikiki rosai, donklu rosai.
Guyan?
Tiu goes to the place of a pratica now.
Zani apatsa?
Ahi.
Isaligo?
Hunggan saligaw.
So esto untung bula, no?
Yeah.
Do you know the names of any woven items in Chamorro?
No.
Do you remember what I called this mat that we're sitting on?
Guafak.
Do you know the name of this basket?
Guai guai.
Do you know what it's used for?
A basket is used for catching stuff and like putting stuff in, like fruits and veggies.
Yeah. Kontungo e naanya siya? Padoi.
DGD.
Hafa esti?
Guai guai.
Tenansi. Then esti?
Nalafazo alpanam.
Gueha. Then esti? Kontungo hafa esti?
Dong.
Tuhong. Do you know any of the names of these items in Chamorro or your language?
That the pugo bag.
In
Palawan.
Oh, then this is my tet. This is where I hide my beetle nut. Yeah. Do you know what kind of materials are used for weaving these kind of things?
One is, of course, the coconut leaves, and then the pandana leaves.
Yeah, bandana sleeves, yeah. Do you know what it's called in Chamorro? Bandana sleeves?
No.
It's called aggak.
Agak?
I even know what it's called in Balawan.
Really?
Yeah, they call it su.
Oh, so that's what they mean.
Kontungo hafa aggak.
Ay.
Esti hagon aggak. Tiparewa zani chonkonitzo. Sagwa tituka. Kontungo hafa tituka. Tituka i thorns. Giurizanya. So gua tituka guini and guini. Pula tituka. See this? This is a roll of aggak. And you have to collect all the leaves and remove the thorns and then roll it up. Then you put it like this in your house until you're ready to weave. Do you want to see it?
It's large. Must have collected a lot.
Yeah. It's 20 leaves.
It doesn't even look like 20.
And we use this to weave like this guafek, the mat we're sitting on, right? And also this bag here, right? See? Kontungo hafa esti?
Nahi.
CE.
CE.
In nasepi esti na klasin ramenta para i tinifok aggak. Tagini, see? Tababa i tinifok niya sa tanahalong i hagon aggak tagini, see?
How do you make a hat?
So you take the CE and you take one leaf and you poke the leaf and you split it into little strips like this. You see all these little strips?
Yeah.
Then you make 300 little strips. Then you weave it all together like that.
Must have took you like an hour.
No, it took like 6 hours. That's a long time, huh?
Yes. How long does it take you to make a guafek?
3 to 5 days, depending on the size. If that's all I'm doing. I don't have to go to work, I don't have to go to school, I don't have to eat dinner. I just sit there and weave all day long. Then I go to sleep. Then I wake up again and weave all day long, 3 days. Maybe faster if I didn't have to sleep.
Why is the guafek important?
Chamorros and other Pacific Islanders use it for everything. They would take the really big guafek that's like 20 feet long and 15 feet wide, and they would put it on the ground and they would dry food on it. And then they would also use it to let their kids play on, right? Or they would sleep on them. The guafek is used for almost everything before.
Why did you decide to be a weaver?
Because it's cool. One year when my grandma was still alive, right? She got really sick, so they took her to the hospital. But when she was in the hospital, my uncle came over to the house, my grandma's brother. Yeah. And he just went into the coconut tree and cut one branch off. And then he made a basket just like this in like 10 minutes. Then he put all these fruits and vegetables in it. And then he took it with us when we went to the hospital to visit my grandma. And I was so amazed that somebody could go to the tree that's been growing in our yard since I was little. I never thought you could use it for anything besides eating coconuts, right? I was so amazed that and interested that I asked him to teach me. And so that was 24 years ago.
24 years ago. I wish I had that type of like energy going.
Well, it's a lot of fun for me. So maybe if you find something that you find really interesting and fun, then you'll stick with it too. And maybe it's weaving, or maybe it's not.
I weaved a fish.
Yeah? How long did it take you?
Probably like
6 hours?
half an hour.
Oh, that's not bad. That's fast.
Have you ever taught anyone to weave?
97 people. No, but a lot of people. You know, every Chamorro month I go to the schools and I teach at the schools. I have 5 of my own students, and they come over to my house, or we go to the beach, and then we collect coconut leaves, and then we weave baskets like this, or fans, hats, you know, like that. And I've been working with them for like 5 years, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a bigger number, like
97?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of students. It's a lot more difficult to teach these skills because there's so much more involved with it, like growing the trees, harvesting the leaves sustainably so you don't hurt or kill the plants, right? Yes. And then how to make things that last for a long time. So usually when you learn to weave or any other traditional skills, right, it's usually in your own family, right? Like the medicine, the healing, or the weaving, or making fish nets, right? Yes. And it's usually one-on-one, and it's a very intimate, very personal learning experience where they take you and they show you the plants and they show you the techniques, and they really want you to learn it. My uncle took me to the trees, and then he showed me how to pick leaves, and then he showed me how to weave many of these things, you know? So it's a very intensive study, yeah. So 97's a little hard. Do you think that it's important for us to keep weaving?
I'm going to take a guess. Yes.
Why do you think it's important?
I don't know.
Well, you can learn a lot about life and school stuff too from weaving. You can use math, you can learn how plants grow and how to harvest from them and harvest them sustainably so that they don't get damaged or get sick and die. Golf importante I manfok?
Importante sa zangen I tautosia toza uma sinya in usa I hagonizo kalan I atu.
Wow, denansiyaw. Kuntunga hafa higay?
Ai.
Higay tinifuk pari atuf.
How can you become a weaver?
It's kind of easy, actually, if there's somebody in your family that knows how to weave.
My grandma knows how to.
So then maybe ask her to show you how to weave. If you ask your grandma, maybe she'll be so excited because you're interested in learning.
Are you going to do that?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably.
Koa titufo gi familiamu?
Titata tumutemano.
Pues molagna un conduci si tata za un faisingui pudi tinifuk samoro za sinya fanog mas para I mampuk, no? Do you know any weavers besides me?
My grandma.
What does your grandma weave?
The katupat.
Do you know what that's for?
Rice.
Oh, for cooking rice? Do you think you would want to be a weaver?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So when are you going to start?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's a good answer. Ko malago untungo mas put mampuk samoro?
Again.
Ko lokre.
Thank you for talking to me about weaving.
Thank you for telling me about weaving today, and it was really nice meeting you, Senor James.
Thank you, James, for talking to me today, and it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, and thank you for listening.
Sis masi parents so afan tumupo mampo.
Si dos masi lokre ni finatomo ta I attention mo lokre. Just yazuli. Just yazuli. Just yazuli agaw. Adios.
For more content like this, subscribe to Nihi Kids on YouTube.